Hey, okay. Today I want to explain you what I feel because it's something that I think more or less in the background from many years, and that I particularly feel right now these last days, and that is why we are afraid of a lot of things. If we want to move, if we want to challenge ourselves, if we want to change something in our life, to have a better life in a way, we are always afraid of something. Moving is something that is, something we are worried about, because it means that we are going to be exposed in a way. If we change something, we are going to be judged, certainly, and we fear a lot of things actually. And what I realize these days is that what we fear is not necessarily others or external factors. It's what we tell ourselves. It's our story. But why are we afraid of other people, other situations that we could end up? We could end up in a situation and that makes us afraid. But actually, we're not afraid of that. But it's, well, we're not afraid. Yeah, we are afraid. The thing is that those things are not that frightening at all. Not that much actually. It's objectively, if we look at them, it's nothing very big, and what we have to gain is really much more higher, much more important. So why are we so afraid of all of that? And what I tend to realize those days is that all those things that we are afraid of is based on our personal stories, our beliefs. And depending on that, well, we think that we don't necessarily have the skills to a certain thing. We don't have the right maybe to do something, to change something. We are going to lack of something. A lot of problems that seem to appear in our story. But all of that is only based on beliefs that we need something that we don't have, that, I don't know, a lot of things actually, but all that is just beliefs. And based on those beliefs, we are afraid. We are afraid because, in a way, objectively, if we think of it, we have a lot of reasons that tell us it's not possible to change, it's not possible to be that good, it's not possible to reach such good level in anything at all we are trying to reach. Because the thing is that it's something we've never done before. It's something, or at least, if it's something we've already experienced before, well, certainly it's not that much problem. But if, for example, you think, the thing is to really change of level in any situation, and all that is limited by what we believe, what we think, what we believe. Something that is very popular, we think that if we want to have a very good work and to earn a lot of money, it requires to work a lot and very hard. That's a belief, and based on that belief, it's impossible to reach a state where you have a good job and you earn a lot of money without working very hard. Because, as I already said, we perceive only what we are ready to perceive. It's just the way our brain works. It's like that. You can study that in anything you want, in any book, any studies. We know that the brain perceives only what he is ready to perceive and what he believes he's going to perceive. We perceive, our five senses perceive a lot of things, but our brain will keep only very specific things. And those things are only those that we are ready to perceive, because they relate to our story and to what we are ready to perceive. Okay, so that's a fact. And from that, obviously, if we have a belief that it's impossible, something is impossible, you won't see any possibility in that way. It's impossible. If you are convinced that you don't have the skill, that you cannot reach something, that it's too hard, that it requires something specific to reach a certain level in your life, well, you will only perceive facts that will go in the same way. So everything is very difficult because of our belief. And I don't know, those days I really realized that it's just working like that during all my day. During all my day, everything that frightens me in a way that makes me stressed is always based on stories in my head. That I need that, I risk something in a certain area for many reasons, and it's not objective at all. And all that is based on feelings that are brought by memories that are brought by beliefs, so it's really, everything is a story in my head, and from that I limit my own life. That's exactly that. Everything in my life is just very limited in everything that I do all day long, and all that is only related to what I believe. Okay, so above that, what I really feel also is that depending on my attitude, on what I'm able to be opened at, I can reach anything at all, because there are always opportunities everywhere in my life. In the life of everyone, you always have many opportunities, but you must be ready to reach them, you must be open to them. And the thing is that it's not due to external factors, it's due to what we believe, how we perceive ourselves. Are we worth reaching something good? And that's a very good question, because most of the time we think we are not worth it. We are not worth this job. We should be at a higher level in some skills to be able to pretend to reach something else, and so on. So we always put limits on the image of ourselves and then on our possibilities in our life. But I really feel that the possibilities are always there. It's like what I like to do is that I really realize that all my beliefs, all my stories happen in my head. It's really something, it's in my brain, it's a story, it's like a movie in my head, and it's all my life depends on what I project in my head. Okay, then the truth, when you are enthusiastic about something, when you feel really alive, it's not in your head, it's in your body. You really feel energetic, it's in your whole body. And so I perceive more what is my power, my energy, my enthusiasm in my belly, and all my stories that are limited in my head. So what I tend to do is I consider more my belly and my energy coming from there, and I feel like it doesn't depend on my story, on what I believe or not, on what I think, what seems obvious in my head. But what I feel is that my energy, my power, my enthusiasm, my love of everything, what gives me really power to change a lot of things, to reach much more things, to be enthusiastic, and so to do more or less whatever I want, comes from my entire body. So more or less in my body, that's more or less the center of gravity, the center of my body. And from there, if I focus on there, I live all my stories. And it's just two levels, different levels. My memory just tells me a story that is based on beliefs, not objective truth, and limits my life. Whereas I always have this enthusiasm available, and I can do a lot of things if I just let that energy, that enthusiasm expand in my life. So I really kind of oppose both of them. My head as my story is my limit, my body and my belly, the center of my body is my enthusiasm. I can feel it, when I'm enthusiasm, and so I prefer to focus on that and to forget my stories and then I know that I can reach everything. But it's really so another belief that all my limits in my stories are just beliefs. They don't have any truth if I just don't use them in my life. Whereas I do have a lot of opportunities if I just want to let my energy, my enthusiasm, my aliveness flow in my life and focus on that and just on that. So I don't know if you agree with me, if you feel the same thing, but that's what I'm focusing right now. So don't hesitate, let me know what you think about all that, and I will tell you in the next days how all that is developing and happening for me. I see you. Bye.